Boom, first to third, baby. Tonight we're talking Georgia Kickball Open 2013. It's going down this Saturday in Atlanta. Totally stoked. Trying to get the boys from Flying V up online, having some technical difficulties, so hopefully we'll be able to bring them to you something resembling live in a few moments. So we're going to switch things around and do right off the top the drawing that you guys have all been waiting for. So we have – what do we have already? Our top 8 seeds already set?
We have top 15.
Top 15. All right,
yeah,
cool.
So actually, thankfully, the way with everything going this year, 15 of the 22 teams we've seen on the circuit at some point in time. So that leaves us with 16 through 22. We've got 6 teams that we're going to randomly draw tonight and put into pools A, B, C, and D. And then we will have the final pools for this Saturday's Georgia Kickball Open.
All right, let me go through first the top 15 for those people who may not be kickball nerds who prowl the message boards looking for tournament seedings. At number 1, we have the Situation coming off a huge 2012. Those guys are a reasonable number 1 seed. At 2, we have defending champion and home team Flying V. Number 3, Fully Loaded. Number 4, the new merger that you've heard lots about, Relax and Lock It Up. Unfortunately, our one representative from that team could not get to the show tonight, as is often the case. Number 5, we got Shockwave. Number 6, Cobra Kai. 7, Runnin' Rebels. 8, Bad News Bears. 9, Oh Danny Balls from New Orleans. 10, home team, Dirty South Crunkball All-Stars. 11, Beta, also from Georgia. 12, St. Louis Finest from Missouri. D, Sark Attack from Georgia. 13, Sark Attack from Georgia. 14, MTR Cream Team, also from Georgia. And 15, J. Crew, listed as from New York, but I thought those guys were from Maryland.
They're from Maryland. We'll fix that. Something I want to point out right off the bat, if you just heard me say we've seen these teams before and they have a ranking associated with them. There are 2 teams that we actually ended up claiming as an availables team, meaning they had individual players sign up for this team just for this tournament, and we thought it was unfair to rank them as how they performed previously because the talent they brought in is phenomenal. Those 2 teams are Running Rebels, which we have ranked 7th. They have a bunch of OSC players on their team, so we accounted for that. And then also Bad News Bears also has brought in a bunch of folks. Welcome, Brick.
Oh, wait.
What's up, Flying V?
We might have it. Do we have a solid connection? Brick, you got audio?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, buddy.
Live from 1987.
Yeah, coming at you in 8-bit.
No, that's the TV that's freaking out behind us. Oh, shoot.
Yo, get that mushroom.
Wreck it, Ralph. I'm gonna wreck it.
All right, so Oakley, yeah, rounded out the top 15. Those are the only 2 teams we claimed as availables, but everybody else we've seen on the tour. So 6 spots to fill.
Awesome. Once these Flying V guys get squared away, let's talk to them real quick before we do the drawing. We'll keep the folks at home in suspense. All right, joining us tonight, we got Brick Fawcett, Joe O'Keefe, and Joe Kennedy of Flying V. Brick's also the organizer of the tournament. How you doing, guys?
Good. You forgot about Troy.
Taking massive bong hits down there in Atlanta, Georgia. How you guys doing, man?
Oh, boy.
No way.
Back to the drawing board, as it were.
Wah, wah.
All right, so we've been through the first fit. Is he moving?
No, they're stuck with the whole hand thing again. Oh, they're kind of moving. Live on Google Hangout.
It's here.
You guys doing this on like a Nokia candy bar phone or something? All right.
No, we tried it on a new iPhone.
All right. So you guys, we already introduced the top 15 teams. You listening, bro?
Yeah, we're listening.
All right. So we introduced the top 15 teams. One thing that the nerds among us will notice is that this is looks like a more competitive field than last year. You guys stoked about that?
Yeah, I really worked hard trying to get a bunch of the talented teams to come this year. Last year we only had 12 teams. It was kind of top heavy, and here I don't know if you can still hear us.
Yeah, they can.
Okay.
Yeah, we got you. Yeah, you're
We
good.
wanted to try to make sure we recruited talent from all over, and without Panic and Meatballs here, the typical strong East Coast teams, we've got a pretty balanced field, 1 through 8, 9, almost 10 teams that are capable of winning it, which is pretty exciting.
That's excellent, man. Great job. So obviously you guys are the defending champions, looking to retain that title. What have you guys done to upgrade and to prepare yourselves for this? And would you still consider yourselves a favorite?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. We kind of surprised ourselves, I think, a little bit last year, putting together a pretty dominating 7-0 run. And I think we performed pretty well in our home tournament. Without having to go through Panic this year, I think we're pretty confident against everybody else that we've got lined up. We beat the situation twice in this tournament last year, and have had a pretty favorable run against many of the other teams that are kind of ranked below us. So yeah, we're definitely confident running into this year.
Outstanding. So as we were going through the list of the top 15, we rattled off a couple of names of Georgia teams that listeners may or may not be familiar with. Which of the local teams should people be looking out for?
Let's see. I got a list here in front of me. I think they should definitely look out for Dirty South Crunkball All-Stars. This is their 3rd year in the event. They're a veteran. When I say veteran, it's a way of disguising old. They're an older group.
Yeah, being a veteran myself, I'm aware of this turn of phrase.
They're fundamentally sound. They've been around the block. They were 0-4 their first year, 2-2 last year, made it to elimination. So I definitely watch out for them. A young up-and-coming team, Beta, has had some recent success. They've recruited a pretty talented roster, at least on paper. Whether or not they can actually perform up to those expectations, we'll see.
Yeah, and I talked Beta up a little bit on the boards last year, and then they went 0-4 and kind of put my foot in my mouth. But
I've never done that before.
Never done that before. I think they've improved a lot since last year. They've made a lot of upgrades. I would say out of all the 9 teams besides us, that's probably the I'd put behind us.
Yeah, I'd say it's about accurate. Everybody else is they're solid local teams. Go Kickball. They've been around for a while. A couple new mergers here, but I wouldn't consider any of them really at full strength. So I'd say it's a stretch if they get out of full play and make it to eliminations. That'd be a success for them.
I think
Excellent.
Playdowns is going to be pretty solid.
Oh yeah, that is true.
I think Riders would be solid. Red Light Makeouts had a lot of success in that lineup, but I don't know if they're going to have too much success in this. I don't know much about Ballistic Fall Tour. I think you know more about them than I do.
It sounds like a personal problem.
They made the Atlanta finals a couple of seasons ago and lost to Beta 3-2. So they've got some talent on there. We had them out to circuit practice this past weekend. We had about 6 or 7 teams out there, and their captain said it was an eye-opening experience, just the practice. So we'll see how that translates to the actual tournament.
I noticed several of the gentlemen there have their hands raised inexplicably. They waiting to be called on, or is this an inside joke?
No, that's the Gannon.
What's the Gannon?
This is the Gannon. You're looking at it. This.
There's not much else to explain about the Gannon
Now.
other than the Gannon. It's self-explanatory.
Been told.
All right. So this is like just the DeMattis with the plastic bag over his head, like just inexplicable kickball nerdery.
Could be. But
We're not trying to kill ourselves.
you will see. I think just like Suck a Dude took the tour by storm our first season, the Ganon is catching on nationwide, and everybody will.
Yes, there it is.
There, I saw it.
Everybody will be doing the Ganon by the end of the year.
Amen, brother. Make a T-shirt. I'll buy one.
That's what I said.
Yo, so listen. Rumor has it, and by rumor I mean the Weather Channel, that we could be expecting rain and inclement weather on Saturday. How do you guys think this is going to factor in? What teams is this going to be an advantage or a disadvantage for?
I think whenever you have wet fields, it's a huge advantage for underdogs. I personally believe. Wet fields, turf fields, I think it's going to be a little more sloppy ball, so I would say any underdog has advantage of wet fields.
Yeah, I think Joe's right there. At least on games that we've played in, it's kind of like the equalizer. We've been playing on the turf fields for the past couple seasons in leagues. I'd like to say it might be an advantage for us. We know kind of how the ball is going to work. But yeah, you could see some interesting scores come up, some high scoring games and some early upsets if we have some wet fields.
I tell you what, if you got a guy that throws gas hydroplaning on wet turf,
that is true.
That gets nasty real quick.
I don't know if you've heard of Stephen Red Elliott. He was this last week's Ultra Player of the Week. Fouled out eight meatballs, maybe. I can't remember who they played. It was a bunch of nerds, but we've got him. Yeah, they did Player of the Week.
Oh my!
But yeah, we've got him. We'll be throwing him early in the elimination stages if the fields are wet.
Good stuff. Are these the same fields as last year?
Yeah, they are. We've got full use of the park now, so. Well, last year we had 2 fields inside the stadium with nice grass. We'll have 3 fields this year, and we'll have use of the upper fields, which is the same quality as well.
You know, last year a couple of people were complaining about the turf, that it was abrasive, that it harmed their tender skin, and I gotta wonder by this point, how have you not figured out that you have to wear protection on turf? I mean, it seems crazy to me that people still struggle with this idea.
Well, that, and I always feel like sliding, unless you're trying to make a statement, is just a recipe for, or I guess it's for lack of preparation. I mean, either you're not fast enough to get to the base there on time. I couldn't tell you the last time I slid when I actually had to make a play, but then again, we are.
It's a recipe for excellence, what it is.
Yeah. But yeah,
it's a recipe for hustle.
The
victory.
The outside fields, they are a little rough. They're the older school turf, but they're really not that bad. I think if everybody just slid head first, everything would be okay.
I think all the complaints last year were about the fields that are on the outside of the stadium, which this year we have the fields that are on top of the stadium, which are brand new. The stadium fields are really nice, so it's just the one outside the stadium, I think, will be only complaints, right?
Yeah.
Band-Aids on your nipples, you'll be fine.
There you go. That's what I'm screaming.
We did minimize the games on the outside fields. Based on the schedule that we drew up, I think we've got 17 games out there of the 45 in pool play. And we've made it so that everybody gets at least one, most of them 2 games on at least the good turf as well. So we tried to balance that out a little bit over this year.
And I played there last year. They weren't that bad. They were, but I played soccer on them, so I guess for me it was nothing. It was just like playing soccer. So I think people are just being paid.
I don't know. Look nice to me. I like turf.
I do too.
So one of the other things people have been talking about is, unfortunately, we've had a recent spate of poor quality kickballs coming out of China. And Admin just wanted to address the fact. So, Admin, what the hell's going on with these balls, man?
Yeah, so we'll be completely honest. Baden, B-A-D-E-N, pronounced Baden, we buy through them, and we buy the PG-10 ball. And the most recent batch we got this year is this model FJ10. So if you were Best of the West this past week and you noticed that of the balls we supplied at the tournament, pretty much everyone failed. The normal lifespan of a kickball, this quality, which we've been using for multiple years now, is typically a year plus. You get a lot out of these balls. They're just simple plastic rubber, but they actually tend to last through adult kickball games.
I still have Generation 1 circuit balls that I've gone back to. They go a little bald after a while, but they hold their shape.
Yeah, they'll lose their skin every now and then, but unfortunately this year, whatever batch came out of China has been complete crap. So we wanted to just address it. We're aware of it. Some of the things that we're doing right now, we actually launched earlier in the week because we knew it was a problem. We didn't think it was this big of a problem. We didn't think we could go to an event and actually burn through an entire batch of kickballs before pool play ended, or even like the third round. So we're addressing the issue in twofold. One is we've started a ball pilot project. We've identified 10 folks across the country. We're shipping them 4 different brands of kickballs from 3 different companies. We're going to ask them to test with their teams and players, and we're going to ask them to publicly on the forum post their feedback as well. 2, at the Georgia Kickball Open, we'll have the new Baden competitive grade ball. It's been the one we've looked at in the past. Much durable. It should last more than a day or a week or a month. But we're likely going to use those on Saturday because we have back-to-back events. We actually shipped 20 of these to Atlanta, and to be honest, we're not too comfortable with what Baden's putting in our hands right now. We've made them aware of the issue. It's not just us. Numerous kickball companies across the country have been voicing their opinions. It turns out that a plant must just have completely forgotten about quality control. So it's being addressed. We apologize for the inconvenience. We are not selling these online. We pulled them off the website a month ago when we realized that it was much bigger than just one bad box. It's the entire batch is flawed. So we apologize for that, and we're addressing it. We'll have it fixed soon.
Admin, as a bulk consumer of circuit kickballs, I'm just glad to hear you guys are on top of the situation because we're pretty bummed out. Looking forward to seeing what the next batch brings. Listen, Flying V, the fans on Twitter and Facebook have questions for y'all. So, McNugget, what do we got from the people out there?
All right. Well, a lot of them were addressed already. Just, elaborating a little bit on the local teams, but just to kind of take that one step further, as far as some of those other local teams, do you know what any of their plans are for traveling? Are they just going to this tournament? Any idea?
We're a pretty close group with some of the guys on beta, and we've been trying to get those guys out here for the past year or so now. I think they might actually follow through with some travel plans. I know they've had talks about going to Austin, but when we kind of pulled out of that, they said they might not be able to make it. I would definitely expect to see some guys in Jacksonville, for sure. It's an easy drive for us. I don't think it conflicts with any Go Kickball stuff, which is big around here. So we should see them. I would assume Dirty South maybe, Fly Kicks as well. And then maybe even Baltastical Mystery Tour. I talked to their captain. They may pursue some sort of merger with Red Light Makeout and make it down there. And then I would hope if that goes well, if you see some teams there, then I would expect to see some in DC as well. And then hopefully New Orleans for the Circuit Cup. But I realistically think that there may be 2 or 3 other Atlanta teams that might make it. I'm hoping. We've been pushing for it.
Yeah, I think you'll definitely see 3 or 4 Atlanta teams in Jacksonville for sure. And then depending on how well we do or how I like it, I think they'll like it light. So I would expect at least 3 or 4 teams traveling from here on out. So,
yeah. And the cool thing is once you get some of those other teams traveling, there's a few pretty solid refs that we're all close with as well. That if an Atlanta crew basically starts going to these things, you'll see some refs traveling around to some of these tournaments as well, which means increased quality refs and it'll be a lot easier to pull some good crews together for those events as well.
Good
all
stuff.
Right, cool.
Go Atlanta.
One other question. This comes from Jay from Relax and Lock It Up. He wants to know what's your expectations for them as their first tournament. How do you think they're going to do?
For Relax and Lock It Up?
Yes.
Well, I want to go on record and say that they are an incredibly sexy team. They, Ad Rock, all those guys. They're good looking, and they're pretty good on the field as well. I think, bold prediction here, Final Four at worst. I think they may make a finals appearance.
Who do they beat to get there?
Who do they beat to get there?
Yeah. Who on that list? Who in that top 4 are they going to beat to get there? Situation, Flying V, Fully Loaded, Shockwave. Are they the 4 other teams?
They're going to beat number 1 seed Situation to get there. Bold prediction.
All right.
The gambling calls it. I'm going to catch some flag on the boards for that. Angie's going to be pissed. I'm sure Angie's pissed right now. Yeah. The Situation.
I'm going to wake up with Sal.
That's what they're going to do.
Duncan, where you at?
McNugget, we got anything else from the inner tubes?
No, not really, because we already touched on everything else from the balls to the weather. But yeah, no, can't wait. It sounds like it'll be a good tournament. Looking forward to just going down there and hanging out.
Let's get these pools. Admin, you ready?
As with before, again, seeds 1 through 15 we've got. So 16 through 22, we're going to do a random draw, starting with number 16. Go ahead.
All right. I have all 7 teams. I'm just labeled them A through G. So starting with Ballistical, Fly Kicks, Pop Pop, North Carolina Sunday Fun Day, Playground Prodigies, RLMO, and then St. Louis. So I have the most ridiculous hat in the world because that's all I can find.
Is it a wiener hat?
No, it's
not a wiener hat.
It's St. Patty's Day hat, but it's about 2 feet tall.
Should be a wiener hat.
All right, the first one is B, which would be Fly Kicks.
So Fly Kicks, boom. All right, next.
Admin, you updating this live in the spreadsheet?
Yeah, if you go to bit.ly/GKO 2013 scores.
Yeah, McNugget will tweet out a link in a second.
We'll do that.
A,
Ballistical.
So that actually rounds out Pool A. That's the Situation, Bad News Bears, O'Danny Balls, Fly Kicks, and Ballistical Mystery Tour.
I think it's
Baltastical.
Oh.
Moving on.
All right. The next team is RLMO.
RLMO. They're going in Pool F. Next.
That's Graham's team.
That's our Pitcher's Fun Sunday team that he plays for. So that'll be fun.
It's a good
So
name.
get some red light.
All right. Next one is D, Sunday Fun Day, from my favorite city, Charlotte.
Sunday Fun Day is going over to Pool C. Next.
Wait, Charlotte's where they give the hand jobs for the bunt home runs?
Well, yeah.
It is.
All right.
The birthplace of it.
Pictures
All right.
or it didn't happen.
Next.
The next one is Pop Pop.
Pop Pop going to Pool D.
Is that? Oh, that's Pool C. Oh, I see what they did. Yeah,
That's right.
Next one. We got 2 left. Playground.
We have E, which is
that-
Playground.
So Playground goes in at Pool D, and then St. Louis Most Wanted goes in at Pool C, which gives you now the final pool play scenario. Pool A, the Situation, Bad News Bears, O'Danny Balls, Fly Kicks, Ballistical, Ball-tastical, Mystery Tour, excuse me. Pool B, Flying V, Running Rebels, Dirty South Crunk Ball All-Stars, J. Crew, RLMO. Pool C, Fully Loaded, Cobra Kai, Beta, MTR Cream Team, NC Sunday Fun Day Crew, and the St. Louis Most Wanted. And then Pool D, Relax and Lock It Up, Shockwave, St. Louis Finest, Sark Attack, sorry guys, Pop Pop, and Playground Prodigies. This is going to be a competitive tournament.
Hell yeah.
22 teams, 16 advance, winner takes $2,500. This will be fun.
Outstanding.
$2,500 in ones.
Make it rain.
Yep.
Flying V, who's your upset pool winner? Who's going to win their pool
Who's
in an
gonna win the
upset?
pool?
Yeah, one of those teams that we're going to have an upset winner of a pool. Which team's it going to be?
O'Danny. If I have to pick an upset, I'm gonna go with O'Danny Balls.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so
yeah?
too. I think O'Danny Balls squeaks out with a tie against Situation and a lower run differential, run ratio. I think they win Pool A.
All right.
Troy, you have any bold predictions?
You don't want to hear my opinion.
I think we do. Do you know who any of these teams are?
Huh?
Do you know who any of these
No, 5 of them. Well, 5 of them worth knowing. Sorry. We'll let Brick's opinion stand because he loves this. I'm just here to be obnoxious and possibly piss some people off. Gannon. Fact.
What's the origin of Ganon? You guys play fucking Legend of Zelda or something?
Weird. Well, do you know about Rich Gannon?
Name sounds familiar.
He played football.
Quarterback.
Okay. All right.
He's got big hands.
Got a monster
That's
hand.
not the original reason, but we'll go with that for now. It's because it's too long. It's way too long to explain the story right now. If you want to know the story, come find me Saturday, and I'll let you know.
He'll have the American flag hat on.
We'll teach the Ganon, and we'll teach the story.
Outstanding. Well, listen, Brick. I want to say one thing, man. Just excellent job with this tournament, dude. You've done a really good job organizing it. Really psyched to see that you've grown it from last year and had such success doing it. And you can tell that it's from all the hard work you guys have put in. So I just want to say, no matter how it turns out for Flying V, it's a fucking big win for the organizers of the tournament. So we're stoked for you guys.
I appreciate that. I want to give a quick shout out to shoot all the teams that are coming out here because without them, I mean, we wouldn't have 22 teams. I know there's some other teams on the fence, so we hope to see you next year. But yeah, I mean, really the credit goes to all the captains out there who are organizing their teams and bring 15, 20 plus people out here. They're the reasons that this event's really become a huge success. So we hope we're doing just enough to make this a great experience for them, and hope to see even more out there next year. We're shooting for 30.
Well, that's awesome. Listen, Flying V, good luck on Saturday. We're gonna be rooting for you guys. Gannon. We'll be watching on the live stream.
Yes.
Good luck,
Thank you
guys.
guys for braving all the technical difficulties and jumping on.
Good luck.
We'll, hope to have you back for the champions episode.